How you doing? This is Sean McVeigh, Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and I bought this bag target. It's just the bag part on Amazon for 20 bucks, and I have a bunch of children and a bunch of children's clothing that no longer fits them or they no longer need. So in this video, I am going to put the children's clothing in this bag target and test it out. In fact, it might take me a few days to do this whole video, but this is what's up. And these clothes are going in. I got a couple of trash bags filled with children's clothing. And this is just something for you to keep in mind if you have a bunch of children that have grown out of their clothing and you want to find a cheap way to make a target. 20 bucks this bag cost me, and the clothing we're just going to be getting rid of anyway. So we're going to put the clothing in the bag target, seal it up, and see what happens. Recording in phases. So I started this the other day and I added a couple more bags of old clothes we were going to get rid of. It took me 3 trash bags full of children's clothing to fill this large bag. Now I'm going to seal it up. I used to watch my mom sew when I was little, so this is just some serving material. I would say you're going to want to use something strong, at least dental floss if you have nothing else. But my mom used to always take her thread, wrap it around her finger, and then twist it down with her thumb over it and draw it to a knot right like that on the end so that it does not pull through. So what I'm going to do is kind of pull it through to the end like that, but then also loop it around here a couple times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch it all the way down, and then I'll probably stitch this to the bag down for, just to double up like that, and then I will show you rather than just bore you to death. And the way my mom would always finish when she'd be sewing is she would actually go through the hole here like 2 times, and that would make a knot on there. She'd do that a couple times. The way to do it in taxidermy is to actually pull it halfway through and then take this and then tie this into a knot, which I'll do both. I know you can't see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to actually get a dab of super glue, put a dab of super glue on there, and that'll help hold the knot in, and then cut that loose. Alright, so I have stitched it all the way across. I'm just going to fold it down here, and this is kind of makes it a little bit flat. And I'm basically going to just kind of stitch it across to help hold that flap down. Alright, so I just stitched it across. It's now flat, and I did put a little super glue on the knot at the end. I'm going to let that dry, and then I will give you an example. I'm going to shoot into the bag and see what happens. Does it explode? Does it stop the arrow? We're going to find out in just a moment. Alright, I am about 13, 14 yards from the target. This is a thin diameter arrow. I'm trying to remember, maybe 6mm, I think. The tip is larger diameter than the shaft, which reduces friction, which increases penetration. So let's see how well this shirt filled bag target stops this arrow at about 14 yards. All right, let's go take a look. We heard it hit. I will walk over with you. There's lots of Christmas stuff out right now because it's almost Christmas season. So I'm trying to not show you. But there it is. Stop the arrow. The arrow went in about 10, 12 inches. So there you have it, folks. That is my bag target that maybe cost 20 bucks or so. I'll provide a link if you want to grab one of those types of bags. And then if you have a bunch of old clothes laying around that you want to stuff it with, it'll work. Until next time, take care and God bless.